The new channel. The new channel. Hashtag TNC Now.
The views, opinions, and insights expressed in the following shows are those of the host, producers, guests, and viewers. They do not necessarily reflect the position of the channel. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello and good evening, everyone. Welcome to Inspiring Moments on TNC. Our passion transforms a community channel that sees all things new. I'm Carmie de Leon, streaming live from Imus, Cavite.
And I'm Julia Robillos, streaming live from Nasugbu, Batangas.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Good evening, Sister Julia.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. Naku, Sister Carmie, sobrang excited ako tonight, promise. Kasi yung ating guest ngayon, bukod sa magandang kagaya natin, no? Ang yung kanyang specialization, expertise niya ay lifestyle medicine and occupational health. Kaya alam ko, ano yan parang iilan lang kasi yan sila, di ba, Sister Carmie?
Yes, very few.
Kaya nga, alam ko ikaw mag-i-introduce, sis. Kaya ayoko na pahabain pa yung ating kumustahan. Alam ko, nagkita tayo yesterday, nagkita tayo the other day. So, sis, ikaw na mag-introduce sa kanya.
Okay, sis. As you said, there are very few lifestyle medicine specialists in the country. But the good thing about it, it's really becoming more popular. And this is because of this lady. One of the reasons is because of this lady. Our guest tonight is Dr. Nicole Anne Buenavista. She's a certified lifestyle medicine doctor, an occupational health physician, a corporate health and wellness educator, and a mental health advocate. So in na in, di ba, yung kanyang ginagawa ngayon, sa panahon ngayon, yun ang we always hear about it. Dr. Aika is a graduate of BS Biology from the University of the Philippines. She obtained her medical degree from St. Louis International School of Medicine and attended Harvard Medical School for Lifestyle Medicine. Hindi mo ba paniniwalaan ito, sis? Ito na yung mabibigay sa atin ng magandang vision and education. Yes. And you know, at her young age and beautiful face, she believes in working with other experts and institutions to communicate the message of preventive health. That's why she's all around working with HMOs, with companies, lecturing, yung ginagawa natin, sis. That's why we have to work with her very closely. So, we want to introduce na, and we can't wait, Dr. Aika. Dr. Nicole Anne Buenavista, Dr. Aika.
Hello. Naku, ganda-ganda nga no?
Good evening, everyone, and to everybody watching. Thank you so much, Ma'am Carmie, for that so very kind introduction on me.
Kulang pa yon, Doc. Kaya lang meron tayong time limit. But we're so happy that you're here. You know, we're always on the lookout for interesting and inspiring personalities. And ako na yung unang magtatanong, sis, ha?
Sure.
Kasi when I look at you, ako kasi, coming from healthcare, di ba? Nag-medrep tayo, sis, 10 years, and then I just left Healthway after 17 years. Hindi lang kami nakita ni Dr. Aika, di ba? But ang lagi kong tinitignan yung aura ng doktor. Kasi syempre, on a marketing perspective, hindi ako gagaling pag yung doktor ko masungit. O kaya, hindi friendly. Kasi sinasabi ko lagi, healthway doctors are friendly, ganun sinasabi ko lagi yon. Now, si Doc talaga very natural, mukhang caring agad mukhang gagaling ako, makikinig ako dito. Gusto mo ba talagang maging doctor? Ikaw ba yung bata na, I want to be a doctor when I grow up? Ganun ba?
Yeah, actually, yung story ko why I wanted to be a doctor started when I was young. My mom gave me a set of doctor toys. I was 7 years old that time. Plus, she gave me a set of encyclopedia about the human body. So I started reading it every day, and I was so fascinated with what I saw, especially about how the immune system works or how the heart works. And so, as young as 7 years old, I started to build yung aking dream that I wanted to be a doctor. So tuloy-tuloy po yan hanggang I was in grade school, until high school, until college. I was so sure that I wanted to be a doctor because of nearly a set of encyclopedia and a set of doctor toys.
Ibig sabihin, Doc, 7 years old ka, encyclopedia na binabasa mo? Normal ba yun?
I guess my mom really wanted to. My mom is my number one idol. She's right now in the States, but ever since I was young, I look up to her. She's also a speaker, a lecturer, so I think I got that from her. Plus, dalawa lang kasi kaming anak niya. I'm the youngest, and then I have a brother, a kuya, who lives in Singapore. And ever since we were young, she already encouraged us to read. Kasi she told us when we read, all the more we learn and we build skills as well outside school. So that is something I carried on until now. I still read books on the weekends because I know, and she taught me that there's always something new that we can learn. Kahit matanda na tayo, there's always something new that we can learn.
That's true. Learning is a journey. You don't stop learning. You learn every day. You learn from every single person. You don't just learn from your teachers, no? Ang swerte naman ni Mami at ang galing ni Mami mo. Congratulations to her. Alam ko na ang gagawin ko sa aking apo. Bibili ko ng encyclopedia.
Yes.
7 years old pa lang. And then yung mga doctor toy, malaki talagang influence yun Especially kung ikaw mismo you go to pedia. Di ba nakikita mo, gumagaling ka. Wow, ang cute naman.
Yeah. And when I was young po kasi, I was very sakitin. Sakitin po ako almost every year. I was in the clinic or the hospital. I would always see my doctor every month kasi I had a very weak immune system. So yun yung reason din I wanted to become a doctor kasi I wanted to understand what's going on in my body. Plus, I also wanted to help other people, especially yung aking family members.
So nung sickly ka, Doc, hindi naman yon hanggang college, nung nag-aaral ka na, you were able to overcome naman yung physical challenge. Nung bata lang yung sickly ka?
Well, yun yung aking biggest plot twist in my life. Actually, when I got into the real world of medicine, I graduated as a doctor. I was supposedly gonna specialize on dermatology because I looked the part and every doctor, my mentors told me to take derma, but then it wasn't something that I was passionate about or it was in my heart that I wanted to be a derma. So I wanted to be like a superhero type of doctor. So I went into emergency medicine. And I trained for a few months in emergency medicine in a hospital here in Makati. So probably we all know that hospital already. And unfortunately, throughout my training, I got very sick. And so one day when I was walking to my duty po, naglalakad ako papunta sa duty kasi malapit lang, I fainted. Nawalan po ako ng malay. Buti na lang po may kasama akong co-resident or co-doctor who brought me to the hospital. So at that point, I am on the other side of the table. Hindi na po ako yung doktor, ako na po yung pasyente. And so I got hospitalized, I was admitted, and then after 2 months of going through different diagnostic tests, mga MRI, CT scan, because we couldn't figure out what was wrong with me, finally, a doctor was able to find out or was able to lead into a diagnosis of lupus. So I have an autoimmune disorder. We call it medically systemic lupus erythematosus or lupus. It is the same sickness that probably everybody knows Selena Gomez, right? So for those Gen Zs and millennials, it's the same disease. Basically, it's an autoimmune disease where your body attacks your own organs,
Mhm.
your own cells, kahit yung mga healthy cells po, ina-attack niya. So
Yes,
there's this
yes.
inflammation. And until now, unfortunately, wala pang cure.
Mhm.
So it's either you just go on remission or yun nga, tuloy-tuloy po siya na magiging complicated. So
Mhm.
that plot twist in my life led me to lifestyle medicine because I never
Okay.
knew about lifestyle medicine before until I was trying to find out a way to heal myself. So when I went to
Mhm.
the States, I found it through Google po. And then there was a course on lifestyle medicine in Harvard. So my parents, very lucky of me that they supported and um, went with me to Harvard, and I took the
Mhm.
course and the class. And then I realized this is something I need to bring home to the Philippines. So yeah,
Yes.
that's my story. Because of my own personal experience, lifestyle med is something that I'm so passionate about to share to other people, as well as
Mhm.
to help other people heal themselves as well.
Okay,
Ayan.
yeah.
Actually,
So,
Sister
ayan na naman
Carmie,
yung ano, no? Ayan na naman yung makikita natin na God paves the way, no? He prepares you eh. Yun yung naging reason for you to choose that kind of field. And then ngayon, you are passionately advocating healthy lifestyle, di ba? Kaya nga lifestyle medicine. Kasi nga, totoo naman eh, na yung mga sakit ngayon, ginawa yun ng tao mismo eh, di ba? Kumain ka ng kumain ng ganyan eh, di ba? But the good thing about it is you're there. And yung naging problem mo became your passion now, no? It became an avenue for you to pursue something relevant. Wow.
That's right.
So right now, enjoy ka lang, di ba? You practice what you preach and you help more people, di ba?
Yes, and I think because of lifestyle medicine, it gave me a different light and perspective in terms of how to see my patients. Kasi before, in medical training kasi, we are so focused on curative medicine
Yes,
that we
yes.
forget about the prevention. So now I realize that we have to go back to the root cause. And most of the time, the root cause is the poor habits, the way you
correct.
eat, are you physically active or sedentary, your sleeping habits, even stress, okay, can
Yes.
cause a lot of consequences in the future. So these are things that I continue to educate people and remind them that it's really important. Kasi sinasabi ko nga po palagi sa mga lectures ko when I do it with companies, every time you see your doctor in the clinic, aside from prescription, of course, that they give you, what else do they continue to remind you? Paulit-ulit yan. It's make lifestyle changes. Probably we've heard that 200, 300 times, but we didn't really take it seriously. Parang nagiging ano na nga siya, nagiging part ng script ng doktor, pero it's something that is not really given the attention it needs. That's why today we have lifestyle medicine specialists like us that come in to make the program. Okay? Paano nga ba kumain ng healthy? Paano nga ba to be more physically active? How do we
Yes.
fix our sleeping habits? So those things is what we do.
Oo. And I think more than educating them is really giving them solutions, no? Yung program that you are making kasi yun nga eh, nag-lecture ka, minsan nagtatawa na, nagbibiroan, uy, ikaw yan, di ba? Uy, guilty tayo. And then what? Di ba? After that, wala na, di ba? So, ang importante ito, there's a package na we will handhold them all throughout, di ba? And what we're doing in the companies, di ba, at least from the employees, matulungan sila and someday they bring home yung ganong practice, di ba? So, we just can't stop it. We just have to be consistent and eventually, yeah, it will happen. Eh, sana naman, di ba, take charge of your own health. Mahirap pong magkasakit.
Exactly po. I think the important thing then sa lifestyle medicine, why it's different, is because we are making the patient the active participant in the intervention. Because usually po, di ba, in traditional medicine, you give the prescription, inumin mo yan. So the
Oo.
doctor is dictating what to do. But in lifestyle medicine, we empower the patient to take control of their health. So we guide them. Okay, ano po yung kakainin? But of course, we have to also think of their preferences kasi magkakaiba naman tayo ng preference food. We
That's
also
true.
guide them what will work for them in terms of physical activity. Di mo naman pwedeng pilitin na mag-zumba ka kung ayaw niya. Baka yoga person pala tong taong to. And we guide them what can we fix in their sleeping habits na paulit-ulit nilang ginagawa. That's why nagkaka-insomnia pala sila in the first place. So yeah, it's giving the power back to the patient in taking charge of their health. And we're just guides as doctors.
Yeah, may kukwento lang ako, Sis Julia, ha, kasi iba yung talagang difference ng lifestyle doctor at saka ng traditional doctor. May isa kong friend, I will not tell kung sino siya, but she's watching, she knows that she is this person. Pumunta siya dun sa doktor. Paglabas niya, galit siya. Hindi naman ako pinakinggan, binigyan ako agad ng reseta. Nakakainis. Ayan, ano pa agad eh. Sabi ko, ano bang tinanong sa'yo? How I feel daw? O edi kaya nga, so nag-diagnose niya na yon, binigyan ka na ng reseta. Basta, I don't feel good, sabi niya. So, naintindihan ko naman kasi syempre, tayong mga patient, we want to be explained ano yung di ba? Tapos may konting coaching, may konting counseling, ganon. Dinalo ko naman sa lifestyle doctor. Alam mo, kinuwentuhan siya, sinabihan siya, may interview, and then sinabihan siya, stop drinking coffee, stop this, eto gawin mo. Paglabas naman niya, nagrereklamo rin, wala daw siyang reseta. Tapos sabi ko, ano talaga gusto mo? No, but, you know, ito yung maganda eh. There's this lifestyle doctor helping out kasi kung reseta lang, symptomatic relief lang yon. Hindi po tayo doon gagaling, di ba? Yung parang 14, kunyari acid, bigyan ka ng antacid, babalik yon if you don't change your habit, di ba? O kung depressed ka, kaya pala, hindi ka natutulog, di ba? So, that's why sa lifestyle doctor, they interview and they present different programs customized to the person. Diba?
That's a good
Doktora.
Yes, go ahead.
Doktora, sorry, medyo naglalag ng konti kasi ang connection ko, but anyway, medyo okay na ngayon. Kaya nakikinig ako ng malalim, no? Kasi ako kasi po twice na ako na medyo sabi na lang natin mild stroke, but the second one kasi was kind of alarming kasi nagkaroon ako nag-slur ang speech ko eh. And there were signs prior to para matagal ilang taon na paulit-ulit na meron signs, aware ako doon. Kaya lang yung mindset po kasi, doktora, na kasi short span lang yung symptoms o yung mga episodes, ini-ignore, no? And I think karamihan kasi ng Filipinos, hindi ako familiar with sa abroad, no? But sila kasi they believe in supplementation, they believe in naturopathy, they believe in, sa Amerika yun, I'm talking about Europe, America, mas madali sila doon. Dito kasi sa atin, before we go to the doctor, no, pwera yung mga nasa probinsya, sometimes they would rather consult anong tawag po doon? Yung kapitbahay, si kapitbahay, alam mo na anong iniinom mo, Mare? Ito, palitan niya yung gamot niya, kaya po nauso sa Pilipinas yung kung ano-anong mga, alam mo na, lumalabas na mga herbal, kasi palit siya ng palit, nagsi-self-medicate. So, in short, self-medication. So, with your, with your advocacy and with your practice, I strongly believe, no, na yan ang kailangan ng mga Pilipino. Lucky or maswerte yung mga nagwo-work. Like, there are available doctors like you na nagtuturo about occupational health, yung prevention, and I hope matatransfer nila yan sa family nila. No? But what about those people, na marami yan ngayon, and yung nakakatuwa din, doktora, kadalasan po yan middle age. Mga baby boomers po yan. That they just decide for the medication. So, hati po yan the AB plus market. Kung anong sabihin ng doktor, yun talaga yun, which is tama po ba? It happened to me when I had this, nung nag-suffer po ako in 2017. The medications, kaya ko yun But what made my life very miserable was because of the medications that I was taking. Una, nagkaroon ako ng anxiety. Why? Galing po ako ng pharmaceutical. All the medications that I was taking, of course, nire-research ko yon. And tinitingnan ko anong side effect noon and everything. Ano po ako, I'm one of the guerrilla marketer ng top pharmaceutical company noon eh. Sanay kami mag-launch ng mga breakthrough products. So alam ko yon. So may anxiety ako doon. But of course, I cannot let go of my medications kasi kailangan ko yon, di po ba? And sad to say, nagkaroon ng mas maraming side effect yun eh.
Side effect.
Maraming side effect, doktora. Yung hair ko, ang bilis mangmuti. And syempre, pag namumuti ang buhok, di ba, nakakainis tingnan yung itsura sa salamin. Pumapangit. Bugnutin. So that's number one. And the side effect of my medication, of course, I will not mention the names because top brand siya. Nagtitrigger ng init ng ulo. Nagtitrigger ng pain. So yung dati kong pain, lalong lumala siya. Kung from level, like for example, level 5 lang ako, madalas level 8 na, level 9, level 10. So my question, Doktora, is, kasi parang hindi pa kayo ganon karami. And ako, I strongly believe that we need doctors like you. Like kami ni Sister Carmie, we're into health. Ako nga, sabi ko, mag-enroll ako ng cellular health coaching, mag-aaral ako ng integrative health coaching, no? Pero syempre, mas kayo mga doktor ang paniniwalaan. Ano po, paano nyo tinitingnan yan? Gaano kadali or how soon kaya natin ma-educate sa Pilipinas na lang, wag na sa ibang bansa, sa Pilipinas po, ang kapwa Pilipino natin.
Yeah. Actually, I can relate po to what you said. For me kasi, I've also been on that side of being a patient. And I saw it in a way as a silver lining. Kasi before, when I was still practicing, before I got sick, mabilisan lang. You forget na yung kausap mo ay tao. Nawawala yung sympathy, yung compassion. But when I got sick, and I was on the other side of the table, I also waited for the doctor. Ganun pala yung pakiramdam na nag-aantay ng doktor. Drinking medications and feeling the side effects, which I also felt before when I was taking meds. But I think I just want to clarify lang po with lifestyle medicine that it's a very collaborative approach. We work also with, of course, your cardiologist, your diabetologist. We, of course, see if needed po ba ang medications, can we do some lifestyle modification to decrease the dosage, which we're trying to do. Kasi our goal is not to put the patient in a lifelong maintenance on their meds. Yes. Yung goal namin is to lessen it kasi we want to give them a quality of life. Yes. The problem kasi with meds, although it does help, is that there's so much side effects na nababawasan yung quality in life. And yes, I would like to also agree that medications, not all of them are cure. They are there to just ease the symptoms, but we have to focus on the root cause. Kasi just an analogy po, parang broken faucet. There's a broken faucet and what we're doing is we're just mopping the floor, yung nag-spill na water. Pero we all forgot yung sirang faucet. And that is what we need to focus on. So that's what we do. We try to go back to the root cause. Bakit sira yung faucet? Ano yung reason? And if you take away that reason, then all the more we can lessen these medications. So as you know, very collaborative. That's why we work with nutritionists, with fitness instructors. In the States, they even work with functional medicine, with mga chiropractic practitioners. Kasi we have to all work together as one for the patient. That's the goal. We want the patient to have better life. Not just to, remove the disease, but to give them quality life. And in terms of the Philippines, I think doon na po pumapasok yung digital medicine, which is I'm also part of, pati sila Dr. Jan de Pasupil. Because a lot of doctors right now, especially in my generation, mga millennials, mga Gen Zs, are starting to penetrate the social media scene. I know that so much people right now get their information not from Google anymore, but from TikTok, from YouTube, from Facebook. And we cannot allow this misinformation, kasi di ba ang daming mga wrong information din. And so we have to put the legitimate experts also on social media to give the right information. So madami po akong friends ngayon na doctors who are in the medical scene, sumisikat sila, and they are giving information that patients need in terms of their health. And yun nga, one of my colleagues, si Dr. Dex McCalintan, has been doing that on YouTube, sharing his knowledge on lifestyle medicine. So I think we just need more of that. And I think we just have to be open also to the fact that social media is also the new form of information. We just have to start cleaning it lang. That's the reason why, for me, I like joining talk shows like this, or being interviewed on the news, on TV. So that's one way of creating awareness kasi.
Yeah.
I agree. Oo. Kailangan
No,
talaga yan, Sister Carmie.
with
Oo.
with the advent of social media naman and doctors, the new doctors like now that really understand the importance of being present in the social media platform. That's how we communicate, no? And then siguro one thing is to go to the companies, just like what we're doing, di ba? Julia and I will help because we're actively working with PMAP, the biggest association of HR practitioners, and that's the way to go. We educate them, and then they tell the entire organization. Diba? You talk to one HR, you get 5,000 people. That's 5,000 families already. So that's the way to go. Yeah. And noted on the collaboration. Yung lifestyle doctor, walang sariling mundo po yan. Hindi po yan yung, ito makinig ka sa akin, huwag ka makinig, no? It has to be collaborative efforts with other experts because, I experienced this in the past eh. I talk to a lifestyle doctor. Sige, Miss Carmie, ito gawin mo, ito gawin mo. And then, pwede ka nang hindi uminom ng anti-hypertensive drug mo. O di, in-stop ko. Kasi maganda naman ang diet ko, nag-exercise ako. And then, nung pumunta ako sa cardio, pinagalitan ako. Sabi niya, ba't mo hininto? Kasi Doc, maayos naman. Kamusta naman ang BP mo? Okay naman. Ay, hindi. So inumin mo yan forever. Hanggat nagtatrabaho ka, sabi sa akin. Hanggang nag-work daw ako. Nag-work ako noon, syempre. So sabi ko, susundin ko. But I really wanted to. That's why it's important na collaborative yung approach. Otherwise, the patient will be confused. Diba? And mawawala yung credibility kasi bakit nag-aaway? Diba? Ba't hindi pareho ng sinasabi? So, it has to be more collaborative so that patient care is more holistic. Pero Doc, tama ba na kapag binago mo ang lifestyle mo, like kunyari, meron kang IF, nag-prescribe ang doctor, intermittent fasting or no meat, ganon. And then normal na yung blood pressure. Pwede naman talaga, di ba? Kasi our bodies naman are really recovering. So pwedeng tanggalin talaga yung mga gamot, di ba?
Yeah, that's right. Siguro po, for me, I know some doctors yung very strict sila in terms of how they treat, but I think it's not the point na who's right and who's wrong, because at the end of the day, we are all doctors. We were trained the same way. It's all based on evidence-based medicine, which is the point of everything that we would recommend. But of course, in terms of yung sa medications, we taper it down as long as it's supervised by a doctor. Kasi, for example, for hypertension, hindi naman po pwedeng biglaan tanggalin din po yun because nasanay yung katawan with the meds. And so if you take it immediately out of the system, nagkakaroon ng rebound effect. That's why, in terms of, for example, hypertension maintenance medications, tapered down po siya. And if nakikita ng doktor, okay, wow, nagno-normalize yung BP mo with your lifestyle change, it's working. So there's no need anymore from the meds, because I think all of us had that mindset. I grew up with that mindset that people think na pag may hypertension, lifelong disease na siya, or they have to be on their maintenance medications for the rest of their life, which is not actually the case, because right now, because of lifestyle medicine, we are showing now all the evidence, the research, that it is possible to reverse it. Because with lifestyle change, definitely, naturally, it can lower down the blood pressure. And if the blood pressure lowers down naturally, then there's no need for the meds anymore. So
Exactly. Yes.
yeah, that's where we try to collaborate together, diba? So for me, ang point ko lang is we're not here to fight. We are here for the best for the patient. I think that's the goal talaga that we have to see is ano po ba yung best para sa pasyente.
Correct.
That's true. Yeah.
May
It's
next
important.
question ako, Sister Carmie, kay Doktora. Siyempre, Doktora, ano yan galing nga kami ng pharmaceutical, And alam mo naman natin, no, kami yung nag-arrange ng mga symposium, kami yung, nung araw, nung time, wag mo na itanong ko ilang taon yun, pero alam ko parang, kasi kung 32 nga ngayon, ang anak kong doktor, 25, so...
Sis, ano siya, nagbabasa siya ng encyclopedia, medrep ka na.
Oo nga, tama, yun ang tamang sagot. But anyway, syempre alam naman natin yung field na yan, ano. Ano ang challenges ninyo ngayon? Kasi 'di ba hindi naman lahat. Yun ang ibig sabihin. Kasi ako noon alam ko na-assign ako sa UP eh. Yun yung area ko dati, no. So syempre I browse elbows with these guys, no. And syempre may challenge, 'di ba? Ano ang challenge ng isang lifestyle medicine doctor pagdating sa yun ang ibig ko sabihin. Ingat na ingat, ano? Ano ang challenge po?
Of course, when it started, actually in the Philippines, around mga 5 years old pa lang yata ang lifestyle medicine, and it started in the US. But I think in any country naman, we also face the same challenge, which is it's hard to accept in the medical community that it exists, because some doctors would feel that nasa-threaten din yung practice nila because we're making the patients healthy. Hindi na in a way naninid na yung certain meds, right? Which is the business of the pharmaceutical. But let me also try to balance that, because it doesn't mean that we are here as lifestyle doctors na totally we ignore meds, because there are certain situations that the medications are needed, especially kung very severe na yung condition ng pasyente. There are certain times na hindi na po siya mahahabol. So again, that's the balance. You have your meds, you have your lifestyle modification. What I'm trying to say, I think the point of the specialization is that we are here to make the programs now, because before you would just tell the patient, okay, make lifestyle changes, low salt, low fat diet, which is not enough. So yung pasyente nga siya, anong kakainin ko? So that's the number one question kasi nila, anong kakainin ko? So we are here to give them the specifics. This is what you can eat, this is what you reduce, this is what you increase. These are the right ways of dieting, kasi ang dami natin nga kikitang misinformation on mga fad diets. So for us, we are guides eh. Because unfortunately, kaya siguro nagkakaroon ng in a way misunderstanding is because lifestyle medicine was not part of the curriculum before, since it's just new. So most doctors right now, especially those who are much, I would say, experienced, they never were introduced to lifestyle medicine. So it's very new to them. And of course, for anybody, kahit naman in any type of career, if something is new, it becomes in a way threatening, di ba po? But again, we are not here to fight or to threaten, but we are here to collaborate. I think that's the perfect word, to collaborate. So for me, in my personal practice po, I just try to balance then if I show them what I can do, tapos when they see it works, then they would go back to me. So I think that's the best way of doing it. Kasi of course, we cannot force ourselves towards other doctors, towards other patients. Sila mismo will see the need of it. When they see it works with one person, babalik sila, they will ask, sino yung doctor na yan? I wanna try it. So that's what's happening right now.
Agree ako dyan, Doktora. Actually, Sister Carmie, if you'll allow me, no? Kasi ako, I have to make decision for myself eh. Because of that 8 medications, Doktora, talagang yung isang reason ng anxiety ko, yung worry ko eh. And then nabutan ako ng pandemic, yung pain level ko na pataas ng pataas, I could hardly get off sa bed ko, no? And I was just so lucky that I was introduced to this doctor from the US who happens to be, ngayon, partner namin siya with our advocacy ng redox signaling technology. I will not mention the brand kasi wala namang ibang brand din. Pero what I'm trying to say, ako nung una, it was just like, okay, supportahan ko lang, tingnan ko lang kung totoo yan. But then again, parang something happened, nag-miracle ang Lord sa life ko, na na-educate ako, not on the product or whatever, no? Na-educate ako, na-prioritize ko yung health ko eh. Unang nawala sa akin yung anxiety ko. Why nagkakaroon ako ng anxiety, doctor? It's because I lost my mom, no, at 73 after 11 heart attacks, very dependent, sa medications, and then na-intubate, and then nawala din siya. And then my mother-in-law and my father-in-law, 6 months apart, after all this, alam mo na, dugtong-dugtong sa heart, lagay ng tubo, and those things, no? Tama naman yon, tama naman talaga yon, no? Lahat yon. And then after 6 months, nawala sila after spending millions, lalo na yung mother-in-law ko. Sa dami ng medications, nakita ko siya 30 plus. And talagang sobra yung suffering niya, yung anxiety and everything. So ako, ang sabi ko nga sa husband ko, mukhang tayo na yung kasunod. And we were not financially prepared. And then here comes pandemic. And so nung talagang sinabi ko, I have to decide for myself. I mean, pero ako kasi, I still believe in lab works eh. So I still take my, supplementation. I take my, if you'll allow me to mention, my redox. I take more of it. I use my other, yung ibang mga ginagawa ko. But I still, listen to my doctor. Pero to be honest, medyo binawasan ko na yung meds ko. Hindi ko tinanggal. Binawasan ko na yung anti-hypertensive drug ko. Tinry ko lang. Parang sabi lang natin na experiment.
Nang hindi ka nagko-consult.
Ay, hindi.
Hindi ka nag-consult sa lifestyle doctor.
Hindi, actually what I did was, nagpa-online ako, nag-lab works. Talaga ako, I still believe in lab works eh. No? So, nagpa-laboratory pa po talaga ako after 3 months eh. And then, nakita ko. And then, tuloy-tuloy, nag-change ng lifestyle, unti-unti. Tama kayo, doktora, like, nagbawas. Ang bonus ko, lumit ang bewang ko. Na-inspire ako kay Carmie eh. But then again, yung tinanggal yung ibang meds ko na nagko-cause talaga ng pain, doktora, like my statins. Para sa akin, it was a nightmare, no, yung statins ko kasi nagkakaroon ng involuntary movement ang muscles ko. Every time tinitake ko yon, talagang sobrang suffering ko. Meron pang isa, yung para sa uric ko. Grabe din, nagkukos naman ng pain sa stomach ko. Pag mataas ang amo, nagkakagastritis ako. And then I have to take meron pa ako isang iniinom hanggang umiinom pa ako ng para sa pain and everything. So, again, as I said, I still believe in lab works. And then nagpa-consult ako sa doctor. Na-confirm, binawasan niya. So ngayon, na-win off na po, tama ba yung terminology ko? Nabawasan na, instead of taking 8 medications, may konting change ng lifestyle. Hindi pa naman totally eh. Kasi pag nagluto ako ng puro matabang, nagluto ako ng puro walang timpla, maniwala kayo, marami akong kalaban sa bahay. So, medyo unti-unti, nagba-brown rice na, nagre-red rice na, pero may halo pa minsang white rice, no? Pero unti-unti na-educate ko na rin sila. But then again, ang sinasabi ko lang po ngayon is that importante pa rin ang lab works, di po ba?
Correct. I think, of course, yung our doctors, I don't want to discredit the doctors. Everything naman po is based on evidence-based medicine and research. And of course, I think the one important thing that I would like also to emphasize is focusing also on the mental well-being of the patient. Kasi I think yun yung nakakalimutan. Like, for example, they have heart disease, hypertension. We forget how to help them, how to face that diagnosis. Kasi mahirap siya eh. When you realize, okay, may sakit ako sa puso, we forget about the mental health of the patient. That's why, for us, it's a very holistic approach kasi a person is a whole. Eh. Hindi naman sila just symptom, but they're a whole person. So aside from dealing with their number one, for example, concern, if it's gastritis, we also check other things, especially if they are emotionally and mentally capable of also dealing with the diagnosis and taking care of themselves. Kaya importante din yung social support system ng pasyente. So that's one of the things I realized also when I was sick on my own, yung mental health ng pasyente nakakalimutan. So I think in the future, or we should do it now, that every time we have a patient, whatever disease is, dapat may kasama po siyang counseling. Not about the disease, not about the meds, but how to deal
Yes,
with the disease itself, which
correct.
Yeah.
I think should be part already of our healthcare system. Kasi it starts here eh.
Yeah,
Even if you drink the meds and in your mind you don't believe that you will get well, you will not get well.
tama.
But if in your mind you know that you're gonna get better, diba? You have that fighting spirit, lumalaban din yung katawan eh. That's why in anything, before I do any program, I check the mindset of the patient. Okay? Kasi baka yung insecurities pala niya yung reason kung bakit siya nagkakasakit or
Tama.
yung fears niya. So once you set the mindset of the patient, then everything will follow. Diba? So yun yung something that I would like to try to introduce and create some programs that we can do in terms of yung sa healthcare system natin and when I do my clinics as well.
Yeah,
Wow,
that's
tama kami dyan, doktora. Tayo
alam
mag-i-endorse
mo,
na mag-i-endorse.
it's very important ha, the one that she mentioned, Doc Aika said, kasi ngayon, ang connotation, mental wellness, dahil may depression. Diba? Hindi. A healthy person taking maintenance drug, a diabetic person, can be mentally ill because that person has been thinking, mapuputo lang pa ako eventually. Or magkaka-renal failure ako eventually. You know, and ako nga guilty ako dyan eh. Kasi one time, meron akong sinabi, ako, diabetic, patay. Magkakaroon yun ng liver problem. Alam mo, sobrang bad ko ha. Diabetic yung kausap ko, yung katabi. So, yun nga yung dapat mindset na change natin now. Because, hindi lang, maraming factors nga eh. Kaya pala siya nagiging hypertensive is because, nag-iisip palagi. Yung sakit niya iniisip. So, mental health is part of well-being talaga. And it doesn't mean depressed lang ako, kaya kailangan ko ng mental health support. Hindi,
Correct.
di ba?
I want to talk about more on the mental health kasi like what you've said in hypertension, hindi lang naman because of diet, because of the salt, but also the stress. Kasi stress has a direct correlation to the blood pressure. Pansinin niyo, pag stress kayo, you check your BP, it's so high. And if
Agree.
you manage the stress, you can help lower down the BP of the patient. So I think we have to change our mindset towards mental health kasi it's not exactly psychotic agad. Kaya natatakot ang tao magpa-consult eh. Kasi feeling nila, ay, psychotic ako, I need to go to psychiatrist or psychologist. But we all have to realize that each person in this world can go through anxiety, can go through sadness, depression, and stress. It's part of our life. And if we just acknowledge that, because let me tell you that 70% of the time when I see patients, hindi naman po sila diagnosable ng anxiety disorder or depression eh. They just have to learn how to self-soothe. Kasi yun ang hindi tinuro sa atin sa school. Did we ever have a mental health lecture in school? No. And what happens is that mentoring lang yung nangyari. You give the information, this is how you do math, this is how you memorize, but nobody coached us how to deal with stress. So pag
Yes.
deal na nung tao after graduation sa real world, may stress pala, may anxiety pala, but I don't know what to do about it. And so
Yeah.
most of the time in my practice, what I do is teach the patient, okay, ganito po mag-relax. Kasi ang daming tao hindi marunong mag-relax. This is
Tama.
how you try to deal with your stress. This is an outlet you can do. This is how you do the breathing exercise. And a lot of patients, surprisingly, don't even know how to do that. Kasi again, it wasn't part of our culture to teach
Yeah.
about mental health. Kaya nga
Yes.
maganda po sa pandemic, one of the silver linings for me is everybody became aware about mental health.
Right.
Yes.
Personally po, if I go to a restaurant and I can hear another table, nag-uusap sila about anxiety. But 20 years ago, you cannot talk about your mental concerns. It's
Secret.
taboo.
Secret
Nakakahiya.
yan.
Yes.
But now, everybody talks about it like, uy, may anxiety ako, uy, may stress ako, and it's okay. Kasi we
Yeah.
realize it's okay not to be okay. So, yun yung kailangan lang natin also, I guess, to start creating awareness about mental health and changing our mindset about it.
It's normal.
Doktora.
It's normal.
Yeah.
It's okay not to feel okay. We are not
Yes.
supposed to feel okay every day. Di ba? Ako guilty ako dyan, sis. Kasi kahit pag malungkot ako, hindi ko sinasabi. Tapos,
Nag-drawing ka naman eh.
ha?
Pero nag-art therapy yan siya, nagdo-drawing siya pag
Marami
malungkot siya.
ako,
But
meron
anyway,
akong
Sister
therapy.
Carmie, before tayo mag-proceed, no? Kasi, doktora, marami kaming gusto marinig about mental health, no? Kasi maraming, maraming may concerns, ano? After lang the commercial break,
Alright.
yun ang sinasabi itatanong. Thank you.
We'll be right back.
$86,400. That's how many seconds you have in a single day. 24 hours. Time that seems to fly by in the blink of an eye, never to be recaptured. Each day, you're overcoming obstacles and conquering challenges. Sometimes you want to kick it up a notch, and you could use a little extra help. Finally, there's a solution, a way to power the untapped potential that already exists in your body and mind. Presenting ASEA's Cell Performance, 3 innovative products powered by Redox that specifically target your energy, your mind, and your mood. 3 products to help you take on your next big challenge and achieve more than ever before. Revving up your body to help you amplify every hour, minute, and second of your day. Redox Energy. Ignite sustained physical and mental energy by helping your cells reach redox balance. Redox Mind. Gives your brain a boost for sustained cognitive performance so you can think more clearly and focus more easily. Redox Mood. Helps you find peace of mind by supporting a feeling of calmness and uplifting your mood. Make your everyday moments count while you maximize every second. Get sustained energy, enhance your brain power, and lead a life of vitality and significance. The life you deserve. ASEA's Cell Performance, powered by Redox. Feel the difference.
ASEA Redox is the first and only supplement on the market scientifically tested and shown to signal the activation of genetic pathways and to affect genes that improve immune system health, help maintain a healthy inflammatory response, help maintain cardiovascular health, improve gut health, and modulate hormone balance. Are you done with the breakdown? Reach for the breakthrough.
Thank you once again to our sponsors. PNC is a live stream platform of online shows for people on the go. Please watch all our shows as seen on screen. Imagine having your own show, your own playlist, your own content, but we make it easier for you. TNC aims to transform the lives of our viewers through engaging, authentic, and original content. Our vision is to become a global 24 by 7 live stream platform that showcases Filipino talent, global influencers, cultural intelligence, and ingenuity. So, don't miss our show. Watch inspiring moments every Friday, 7 to 8 p.m. You can watch us live or on replay via Facebook or YouTube. Follow us on IG, listen to us on Spotify and Apple Podcast. Just search hashtag PNC now. And for sponsorships, please email now at thenewchannel.com. Send us a direct message. Enjoy these life-changing shows because we made them specially for you.
Ayan, welcome back. Nako, Sister Carmie. Oo, talagang bitin ng oras, no? Pero sige, medyo hanggang 8:30 naman tayo. So, bibigyan natin ng time si Doktora kasi gusto ko
Yes,
marinig pa yung
overtime.
tungkol sa mental health. Oo.
Okay lang
Anyway,
mag-overtime. It's about mental wellness, di ba? Ang pag-uusapan
yes,
naman.
oo. Hanggang 8:15 pwede natin extend si Doktora. But anyway, I would like to ask her about mental health. So, ayan, ano ba? Ako itatanong ko ito sa kanya, Sister Carmie, kasi alam mo, marami talaga ngayon nasa ganyan. Minsan nga wala naman talagang issue, parang nauso lang. Parang feeling ko, ba't parang nauso yata siya? Nakiuso na rin, ano? Meron bang ganun kaya? So, gusto natin itanong kay Doktora. So, ayan. Ayan na ba si
Nakiuso?
Doc?
Wala naman yatang may gustong makiuso na ma-depress.
Doktora, yung itatanong ko, ganito, kasi parang feeling ko, ano ba yan, nauso talaga? O pinauso? Parang iba nakikiuso na lang. But anyways, ang tanong ko po is ito, kasi di ba alam natin ngayon no, na talagang issue naman talaga yan. Siguro matagal na yan, Doktora, kaya lang dahil, meron ng maraming taong nag-open. So, biglang ito na, mga tao, lumakas na rin ang loob nila, no? Kasi mga icons nga, nagsasabi na sila ng ganyan. So, ang tanong ko, Doktora, bukod sa situation, no? O may mga trauma, di ba? May situation, may trauma. Yung pagkain ba, nakaka-apekto siya sa mental health?
Yeah, I think ano po yung I just also wanted to comment na I think a lot of people right now are more aware of their emotions and they can give it a name. They can give it a name na it's anxiety pala, it's stress, it's depression pala because before we don't know what it is. You just feel it but we don't know what it is. But right now, since may awareness nga po, people talk about it, they're more aware about it. So nagsha-share yan, which for me is good kasi it's one way of venting out, parang release mo yung negative tension. But anyway, with the question, of course, in terms of the food, yes, it does kasi we have what we call the gut-brain connection. Anything you eat affects every organ in your body, even your brain. So especially if we're eating very unhealthy food, tandaan po natin that there are what we call byproducts sa mga pagkain natin, especially if it's processed, that can affect yung mga hormones natin naturally in our brain. So it might decrease the level of serotonin, which is a happy hormone. Gusto natin mataas yan. But then if a person is depressed, ang baba po ng serotonin level. And according to research nga po, they've seen that a lot of this, for example, fast foods, mga processed foods, may mga byproducts that increases the risk of a person to be depressed. Mas lumalala po siya. So it does not help. And you notice that when you eat very fatty food, very unhealthy food, parang you feel so sluggish after.
Yes.
Parang you don't have energy anymore. Unlike if you feed yourself right, you feed yourself with a lot of fruits, you have more vitality, mas may energy ka, and even the way you think is different as well. Kasi everything is interconnected. Biochemically, physiologically, everything that you take in your mouth has an effect to every organ in your body. And that's something that we have to remember as well.
Yun.
So yung mga kain ng kain ng mga instant noodles. Yan. Yung mga 3-in-1 coffee, yan. Baka lagi kayo nade-depress. Bawas-bawasan nyo, baka yan yon, di ba?
Tsaka yung combination, doktora, ng yung fast food, and then there's coffee, and then there's sigarilyo, and then every now and then, and because hindi na nakakapag-exercise, then they load themselves with more sugar. But then again, ang next ko na itatanong, last question ko na to para kay Doktora Sister Carmie about health test, ikaw na. Ang next question ko, kasi madami na akong nakikitang ganyan, may naka-counseling na rin ako, Doktora, no? Ano ang pinaka dapat na gawin ng isang taong may struggle sa ganyan? Kasi marami naman Ako siguro if I will go back lang to my situation, no? Matagal ko nung gusto maging sexy kasi talagang pangarap ko talaga ibalik yung waistline ko na 24. Ngayon po ako 59 years old na. Yung 29 struggle, 29 at 59. No? Pero kasi I love wearing, clothes na talagang, sexy talaga. Yung utak ko, 23 years old pa rin ako Yun pa rin yung gusto ko, Doktora. But anyway, parati kong sinasabi yan Alam mo gaano ka gusto kong gawin? Bumibili ako ng gadget ng mas maaga. Bibili ko yan. Oh, yan, ready na yan. Andyan na lahat, naka-ready na yan. Kada may makita ko, non-ready na yan. Yung juicer, ready na yan. Naka-ready na lahat, yung lahat ng uso ng para lang magtimpla. Pati prutas nga, doktora, nilalagay ko na sa freezer. Pero naging problem nga, hindi ko siya nagagawa until nandun na sa trauma, na-stroke na, di ba? Na tipong, pwede pala akong mawala anytime, pwede pala akong maparalyze anytime. And it was kind of alarming, narinig ko, ma'am, ICU namin kayo. And I told my doctor, give me one good reason bakit kailangan mo akong ilagay sa ICU. Ayoko dyan My angel of death dyan, sabi ko, tsaka mahal yan. So it was like, yung word na, ICU kayo, to be honest, hindi ako pumayag Nagpabantay ako ng nurse sa emergency room until kasi ayoko talaga ng ICU kasi feeling ko lalo akong mamumroblema doon. So, balikan ko yung tanong ko, doktora. Ano dapat gawin? Marami kasi sa ganyan Maraming nangangarap pero hindi nagagawa. So, ano ang unang dapat gawin? Dapat bang mauna munang pumunta sa isang lifestyle doctor na kagaya nyo bago mag-consult sa kapitbahay o kaya sa YouTube o dapat pumunta sa inyo?
So the first thing, I think everybody had that struggle at one point in your life or many points in your life na you tried to have a healthier lifestyle. Balik alindog program as you would call it every new year. But we go through this yo-yo effect. You lose weight, you gain weight. You lose weight, you gain weight. And then you get frustrated. Why? Because unang-una, there was no goal and there was no substantial reason. Oftentimes, a lot of patients go to me, they tell me, Doctora, I want to wear a bikini this summer. I want to wear a gown for a wedding. There's nothing wrong with those goals, but the thing is, masyado po siyang short term. Ang question ko dyan is, and the problem is, what happens after you reach your goal? So, babalik ka sa old eating habits mo kasi na-reach mo na yung goal mo But if you start with your reasons and you really give thought to it, dapat very deep reasons and they're emotionally relevant to you. I want to prevent heart disease kasi nasa akin yung genes. Examples lang po to I want to try to discontinue my meds. Don't want to be on meds for the rest of my life. I want to live longer and spend more time with my family. So kung yung mga whys natin are that deep, and they are so important to us and emotionally relevant, all the more we can stick to our goals. Kasi kung very light and short-term yung goals, makakalimutan natin kasi hindi siya importante. Pag importante, ipa-prioritize mo. Kasi mahirap naman po talaga mag-diet, mahirap naman po talaga mag-exercise. Pero if you continue to remind yourself, okay, ginagawa ko to for my family. Ginagawa ko to because I don't want to suffer for the rest of my life. And so you can keep pushing forward. And of course, if you want to have a lifestyle change, anything that you want to succeed in life, whether that's career or in your personal life, you need to be prepared. Hindi ka naman pwedeng lumaban sa isang battle na hindi ka handa. So planning is important. And with your question, should they go to me? Yes, I think so because I think you would need a guide, a doctor that can help start from the root cause. Diba? Yun yung nakakalimutan kasi. We only see the concern right now. Para tayo na is inside a box kasi isa lang yung nakikita nating perspective, but we try to step out of that box and see the other sides. Ito pala yung other problems. Ito pala yung dahilan. So, as you can see, yung aming specialization is really trying to investigate further because usually yung mga reasons nila is not really
Yes.
that severe. And I think one important reminder is wag natin po aantayin that our bodies will break down and get sick before we do something today. Because
Tama.
any symptom nararamdaman nyo po ngayon, hindi lang po yan wala lang. Those are cues from your body telling you to slow down and take it easy and take care of your health. Akala kasi natin it's gonna fix itself. Stress is
Correct.
gonna fix itself. My palpitations will fix itself, but it's not. We keep putting it on the wayside. Kaya nga sabi niyo po, di ba, andyan po yung gamit, pero hindi nyo siya ginagamit. Nandyan na po
Yes.
yung mga gadgets. Because hindi natin siya prioritize. And it's not that we don't have time. Oftentimes sinasabi sa akin, Doktora, wala po akong time. It's not that we don't have time. It's just that we do not prioritize it. Once you
Correct.
prioritize it, you will always have time. So again, do not wait for it to break down before you do something about it.
Ako, grabe, Sister Carmie, talagang kulang pala talaga isang oras natin para kay Doktora Aika. Doktora, marami pa tayong magiging may mga kasunod pa ito kasi alam nyo, pero alam nyo dun sa mga viewers natin, meron naman si Doktora, pwede nyo siyang hanapin, no? Direct, siguro pwede mong i-post yung tawag nito, yung channel ni Dr. Ano ba tawag mo, Doktora doon? Meron kang show, di po ba?
YouTube
Para if
channel.
ever you can ask questions kay Doktora, baka sa sunod pwede natin siyang imbitahin. Kasi alam niyo, Doktora, bago i-post ni direct yung ninyo, yung link na yan, agree ako sa iyo 100%. Kasi nung nagbago na yung mindset ko, di ba, nagkaroon ako ng after that second na nangyari sa challenge ko. Tapos nare-recall ko yung mom ko na na-intubate. Tapos yung mother-in-law ko, father-in-law ko. And sa mom ko lang, sobra akong na-stress noon. Ang talagang naging naisip ko noon, pag nangyari sa akin yun, nangyari sa husband ko, kawawa naman yung mga anak ko. Pinag-aral ko sa private school, pinag-doktor ko, yung isang anak ko, pinag-aral ng gusto. Tapos mauubos ang pera nila pang gasto sa akin sa hospital dahil hindi pa naman kami financially prepared. And nakakalungkot, di ba? Kasi syempre yung mga mahal na insurance, sobrang mahal yun. Mababawasan din ang budget mo dahil doon, So, kaya tama kayo eh. Kung ang goal mo is para lang na parang tipong temporary lang, 'di ba? Hindi yung long term, hindi yung magbe-benefit ng family. Hindi talaga mabibigyan ng priority. Kaya ako, thank you Lord. Dumaan ako sa ganon. At least alam ko na ngayon, Sister Carmie, I made the right decision. Kaya ngayon, instead na mag-aral pa ako ng kung ano, kasi I'm also a fashion designer, I'm looking into mag-aral talaga ng cellular health coach o mag-aral ng integrative health something. Nagre-research ako dun eh. Kasi kailangan pa-partner sa mga doctors, di ba? Kasi hindi naman tayo playing doctor kasi hindi naman talaga kami doctor. But at least we can connect people to you. Yan, kami ni Sister Carmie, nag-advocate kami ng healthy lifestyle, no? Like ako, I'm into personal branding. And alam niyo ba, isa sa dahilan ng self-esteem na bababa, pag tiningnan mo talaga, alam mo na, yung walang confidence because of health issues. I will not say itsura ng katawan, but health issues, Doktora. Ayan, naku, grabe, ang dami ko natanong kay Doktora. Kaya Sister Carmie, ikaw naman.
Yeah, i-reinforce ko lang, no, na yun nga, if you want to stay healthy, it shouldn't be temporary. Kasi nakita ko na yan before yung mga body mass index, kailangan maging perfect kasi may measurement lang, may rewards ang company. You don't do that for the sake of the incentive. It has to be deeper than that. We have been talking about root cause, di ba, the deeper meaning of things. Ako, isi-share ko lang, I want to be healthy. Noong una kasi kailangan i-promote ko good health, marketing. But I realized, God gave me this gift, the gift of life, and you owe it to yourself, di ba? Sabi nga, pag hindi mo iningatan, kukuhanin. So, it's the temple of the Holy Spirit. We have to take care of our bodies. And ako yung family ko lagi, I don't want to be a burden. I want to be relevant. I want to be healthy. I have dreams for my family. And I want to take care of them. How can I take care of my apo? At least ngayon, I can do hula hoop with Ellie, with my apo, di ba? So, take charge of your own health, guys. Hindi pwedeng para magbikini lang at i-flood sa social media. Side effect lang po yung pagiging sexy. That's the good side of it. But the more important thing is you take charge of your own health for your family. You owe it to God kasi binigyan ka ng maganda. And ayan, meron na tayong doctors who you can easily approach. You can search Google Dr. Aika and you can look at her YouTube channel and talk to her. Sobrang
Ayan,
andyan
yan ang YouTube channel ni Doktora, oh.
Ayan. So, take a photo of that and talk to her. Ang dami na pong resource, ang dami ng tools na binibigay sa atin ni God para maging healthy tayo. Kasi kahit anong gawin natin, kahit na ilang patong ng mask yan at vitamin C, if you have not really prepared your system to be healthy, baka may bagong variant ma-depress na naman tayo, matakot na naman tayo, di ba? So, yeah, and we're so blessed to have lifestyle medicine doctors. I'm not trying to differentiate kasi equally important are the other specialty doctors. But ito kasi lifestyle modification Yung mindset natin na akala mo tama na are being corrected. So open your minds to new learnings, to new approach. And ako ang goal ko mawala na yung mini-maintain kong anti-hypertensive at di ako papagalitan ng cardio. Okay.
Ako pa iniinom Meron pa akong aspirin pero at least doktora medyo na lang, nabawasan ako. Pero I'm still taking that aspirin. Hopefully when I go to my neuro, kasi it was the neuro who gave it to me, sabi niya kasi sa akin, lifetime drug mo na to. Well, minsan ayaw ko siyang inumin, pero naisip ko, di ba, babalik pa. Until magsabi si doc ng, okay na, pwede mo nang bitawan. Kasi minsan nagbi-bleed na yung gums mo, di ba? Dahil nga, kaya lang, no choice Iba ko pa siya.
Kailangan isang pa-check up ka na kay Dr. Aika.
Oo nga. Promise, pupunta ako sa iyo. I mean, pwede naman pala online, Gagawin ko yan, kami lahat. Gagawin namin yan. Kaya, ayan, pwede ba direct paki-flash ulit yung saan ba namin makukontak si doktora para makunan ng picture. So you accept doktora, ang tawag nito, pwedeng ang tawag niyan yung
telemedicine, online consultation. And you also have your clinics. Maybe you can also tell them, Dr. Aika, where they can see you ang clinics and hospitals.
Yeah. So as you can see here, the link here is actually a link to all my social media accounts. So I'm visible on Facebook, on Instagram, even TikTok, YouTube, and even LinkedIn. So you can reach me out through those links. You can also see my telemedicine link on that, the one flashed right now on the screen. And for clinics, I'm available at Healthway Greenbelt every Mondays po from 10 a.m. to 12 noon. So you can also schedule a consultation with me there as well.
Ayun. Sabay shopping. Sabay, sabay coffee and shopping.
Pero shopping naman, doktora, pang-relax yan for women Bayaran na ng credit card, tsaka lang papasok yung stress. Kaya ang technique dyan, di ba, mag-shopping ka pag may extra ka, huwag ka magdadala ng credit card. Para, yung cash na yon walang stress after.
Exactly. So financial health important.
That's financial, wellness.
Yes. Doktora, baka may gusto ka pang sabihin bago tayo mag-end sa show natin.
Yeah. First of all, I just want to thank you for having me as part of your guest. It's my honor to be here. Thank you so much, the new channel. And I just want to remind everybody that we are the author of our own health and life. At the end of the day, it is you who puts food in your mouth, not other people. So always ask yourself, is this food going to nourish my body or not? We also have that control to make some time to be more physically active, just to take the stairs. Even at night, try to go to bed early at night so you can get 7 hours of sleep a day. And even the stress, even if it's something that we can't avoid, we are in control of reacting towards the stress. That is our power, how we react. And so if you take charge starting today, definitely you will thrive in any normal you are going to face it today or in the future. happier, even healthier. It doesn't mean that you are not sick right now, that you do not have symptoms, that it will guarantee a future of being healthy. Remember, it's like an investment. What you do now is for your future. Okay, so remember, this is something that you have to do one step at a time. Hindi naman po napapalitan ang lifestyle overnight. Imposible po yon. But make baby steps. Small
Yes.
steps. Like today, let me eat a banana as my dessert instead of cake. That's a healthier choice. And with
Yes.
these small changes, it will ripple bigger changes, and your body will thank you for that. So again, thank you so much for having me. I just also want to plug that please watch out for the programs of the Lifestyle Medical Group Manila. So we'll be launching a lot of programs as well in our website. Again, thank you so much for having me. It's an honor to be here.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you, Doktora.
much.
Sobrang nakaka-inspire. Tama ako, si Carmie, baby step. Kaya itatabi ko muna yung hula hoop kasi hirap na hirap ako doon. Magpa-pound
Okay
lang
lang
muna
yun.
ako ng konting-konting time. But, I will get there, sigurado ako. So, again, maraming salamat, Doktora. And we will pray for you and definitely we will recommend, no, lalo na yan sa ating mga friends. Siguro, Sister Carmie, this is the right time for us to really, connect with them and collaborate with sa group ni na Doktora Aika. So,
Yes,
again, maraming
correct.
salamat po. God bless you, Doktora.
Thank you. See
Thank
you
you, Doktora.
soon. See you again.
See you. Nako, Sister Carmie,
Alright.
thank you talaga na in-invite mo si Doktora. Parang lalong lahat ng mga pinag-uusapan natin lalong na-confirm. Siyempre, alam mo naman, pag doktor na ang nagsabi, talaga ako dyan. Saludo talaga ako dyan. And kanina, I was about to ask her nga na, bakit lifestyle medicine? Bakit hindi ka nag-derma? Ang ganda-ganda mo. Pero sinagot na niya bago ko na itanong yung tanong na yun. And yeah, I'm so I'm so happy and so inspired, Sister Carmie, na yung mga dream ko noon, yung mga iniisip ko o iniisip mo, andyan na pala talaga. Ikaw pala yung susi para makilala ko yung mga yon, no? Kaya talagang amazing. So, lalo ako na-excite, Sister Carmie, sa ating advocacy ngayon because, well, siguro tama, no? Pinaintulot ni God na, we went into this pharma industry and then soon mayroon tayong naintindihan ng pharmacology and everything. And then biglang napunta tayo sa, sa corporate. Like ako, napunta ako sa image. Kasi talagang maraming,
laging ganyan eh. Yun nangyayari. Yes. Yun nangyayari sa atin every day, di ba? It's a preparation for bigger breakthroughs. We were prepared. You were prepared all the way papunta dito. Ako naman sa kabilang side. And now we're here because we need to help the community. We need to really continue our health promotions. And these doctors really are eager to partner with us so that we can reach out to more companies, more communities. Kasi nga, importante ang health eh. And kakasabi natin yan, they will listen to us. So, i-remind ko ulit sila sa sheer lifestyle. Sleep,
yes, and your sheer lifestyle.
Eat right, exercise, and reflect. Ngayon, may konting reflection. Ang sabi ni Doc Aika, you are what you eat. Whatever you put in your mouth, there's effect in your body. So, pakitignan lang po yung laman ng ref ngayon at saka yung dinner natin. Check nyo lang. Is it healthy? And you do that for yourself. Kasi sister, ang dami ditong nag-aambisyon, di ba? For your family, ito ang gusto mo. Pero come to think of it, are you taking care of yourself? Can you even fulfill those dreams for your family kung hindi ka naman healthy? And don't tell me na wala kang time. You have to find time. Like ako, alam mo, I'm trying this yoga, aerial yoga. Sis, nakakatulog ako after. Nakakatulog ako ng mahimbing. So, find something that will interest you and feel your body. If it's reacting, stick to it. Diba? So,
yes. Yes, ako, Sister Carmie, kasi hindi ko pa kaya talaga yung doon sa exercise na sa sobrang dami ng ginagawa. Pero alam mo ginagawa ko, instead na iutos ko yung isang bagay sa ground floor, bababa ako. Kasi aming high ceiling yung bahay namin. sinasadya kong akyat baba.
Yun.
Ganon din
Oo.
pag nasa Punta Fuego ako, Sister Carmie, kasi tatlong floors yun, pababa hanggang basement. Sinasadya ko maghagdanan. Kahit natitempt ako mag-elevator, mabuti na lang mainit yung elevator doon, kaya hindi ako nag-elevator, no? Pero dati-rati kasi, alam mo, Sister Carmie, the reason why hindi ko kayang maglakad, hindi ko kayang umakyat, hirap na hirap ako, mabigat ang katawan ko because of, again, the maintenance drugs that I was taking. Kaya napaka-sluggish ko, napakabagal. Kahit sabihin ng husband ko, tara maglakad tayo. Ang sasabihin ko, Permi, tulog na lang ako, higa na lang ako, ikaw na lang. It's because of the side effect. I'm not trying to say na masama yon, but hindi kaya i-absorb ng katawan ko yon. I'm still taking medications, but of course, the redox signaling molecule really helped me, no, the product that really helped me a lot. Nauna muna yung endurance ko eh. So dahil nagkaroon ako ng endurance, nawala ang pain ko, natuto akong gumalaw. And yes, Sister Carmie, lumit na talaga aking bewang. Malapit na.
Yeah, I saw that. I noticed. And sis, alam mo, bilib ako sa energy mo, ha? Nakikita ko na binabantayan kita the last time we were together. Hindi napapagod. Ang daldal. Hindi napapagod. No? So, it's because nga, yun nga, sabi nga ni sister, siya ang dami ng medication because she came from stroke. And there's a reason why mahina, no? Kulang sa energy. That's why you need supplements eh. You also need to help yourself. Minsan hindi kaya ng katawan lang natin mag-recover. And that's good that you have redox signaling molecule. Ako din, when I take it, suddenly I can clean the whole house. I can play with the dogs, and I can still do the aerial yoga, yung mga ganon. I can still keep pound. So, it depends on you po. Unti-unti yan, baby steps, but it has to be consistent. And iba-iba po tayo ng level. Hindi ko sinabing gawin niyo yung ginagawa ko, mahirap yon. But you find something that's interesting and one step at a time as long as it's consistent and it's deliberate.
And the first step is, pag hindi kaya, consult a lifestyle medicine doctor like Dr. Aika. No? Meron na palang ganyan yun.
At saka sis, kasi madami silang tools that they can share, which is scientifically proven. Hindi pwede pang neighbor lang natin. Oy, si neighbor pumayat, nag-keto diet. Oy, nag-IF, ako din IF. Hindi po ganun yon eh. So, there are doctors. Ang maganda po dito, very easy, oh. You can just text or see the YouTube, mag-comment ka, mag-usap kayo doon. So many avenues to be healthy. So, kailangan po
natin. That's more strategic, Sister Carmie, no? And then, unti-unti, nag-guide ka, no? Kaya talagang, we're so blessed that available na yan dito sa Philippines. So, ayun nga, sabi nga niya, one step at a time. And you don't have to wait na, nandun ka sa ICU. Di ba?
Yes.
Para nangyari sa akin. Nadadalhin ako sa ICU, tsaka ko lang na-realize, and to think that's the second time, no? So you don't have to wait na mailagay ka sa ICU, kasi pag nandun ka na sa ICU, naku, napakamahal nun. At the same time, pag nandun ka na medyo, buti ako, nabigyan pa ako ng chance na makarecover eh. Pero paano kung hindi pa? So again,
that's why ikaw talaga ngayon. Kaya sis, porsigido kang mag-promote di ba, ng good health. Yes. Kasi you don't want people to undergo that same phase of your life. Mahirap yon.
Correct, Sister Carmie. Pero, yun na nga, kung ang first step ay art therapy, ayan, si Sister Carmie, tuturuan ka niya. Paano nga ba, Sister Carmie, yung sa yung pagdodrawing, di ba?
Ayan, I just want to tell everyone, I paint bags from Canada. So, direct, if you can flash, it's Mitsify bag from Canada. So I also paint whatever bags that you can give me. No? It's my way of de-stressing, and I find, I feel good whenever I paint. Malapit na ako umakyat sa bubong para mag-paint din. Mainit lang eh. So yeah, I am also advocating art therapy. One day we will find an activity, no, so that we can encourage more people to divert some of their energy sa painting.
Yeah, and Sister Carmie, we'd like to invite them next week and then the following week kasi next week, meron din tayong exciting na mga guests na I'm sure may inspire sila no, sa kanilang success story. And the following week, ayan, meron naman tayong doktor ulit, Sister Carmie, na who will talk about breathing. O, di ba? Tuturuan tayo paano yung tamang breathing. And then, of course, another doctor na naman, no? Di ba? Kaya, sobrang pwede kayo pong mag-follow sa amin, no? Yung ating TNC Inspiring Moments. Kasi talagang sinusurprise kami talaga dito ng mga guests na amazing na, no? Ang gaganda pa, no? Ang gagwapo pa.
Yes. At saka sis, they can also comment, no? Please feel free to comment, suggest ano po yung gusto nyong mapag-usapan namin. May marirecommend po kayong inspiring person to be interviewed. We're so open to that. We want to hear from you. So please feel free to message us.
Yan, Sister Carmie, maraming salamat ulit sa iyo. Alam ko magkikita tayo sa Sunday para mang-inspire na naman tayo ng maraming tao. And then we will, of course, connect to people na baka pwedeng natin sila ma-inspire to really go for a healthy lifestyle. So again, comment ko na sa likod ko, now you will have the opportunity to power your future, supercharge your health, sabi nga ni Doktora, and expand your life. Hindi naman kailangang, maghintay ka lang na hindi, papunta ka na doon sa dulo. Meron naman palang opportunity. So again, maraming salamat. Thank you sa TNC and sa lahat ng mga viewers namin. Maraming salamat.
Thank you, everyone. God bless us.
God bless us.